Thank you so much for coming back in yet another episode of questions that definitely what you should understand when it comes to Qatar. Living in Doha, living in Qatar 2025. What are those basics that you should understand? Basics regarding to the law, basics regarding to the normal life, and basics regarding to those entitlements that you definitely should know as a person. In this episode, remember, it's always Max trying to share up these very important things that should be at your fingerprints and definitely should enable you surpass level you to live in Doha, Qatar, work and experience that phantom of life that definitely you need. Yes, I want to ask a question. What are the legal requirements for hiring what we call a domestic work in Qatar? Remember, when you say hiring, if you want to hire domestic work in Qatar, you should be able to understand both what you call the legal framework and also the practical aspects of what we call the employment. And these are so many times, most of the time, they frequently ask questions regarding to what we call the domestic work, domestic workers or hiring domestic workers. Yes, question number one, what are the legal requirements for hiring what you call a domestic work in Qatar? Yes, look at employers must obtain what you call a domestic work visa for you to hire, and this domestic work visa should be able to be submitted or should be approved by what you call the Ministry of Labor, Ministry of Interior, or on what you call an online portal. For this one, you need to put in, if you need to submit in your request if you need to hire what you call a domestic worker. There are other requirements that will be accompanied with, attached with, that will be able to be approved by the Ministry of Interior. Remember, the process includes what we call completing what we call a visa application form, submitting what we call the work passport, which must be valid for 6 months, also submitting the other biodata, providing what we call a passport size photo for the worker, and also what we call paying what you call the visa fees for that person that you are going to recruit, depending on which kind of country you want to recruit at that time. So you find that those are some of the legal requirements. One of them should be the passport that should be valid in what we call 6 months, and also submitting what we call the visa application forms that NSI shows you to the Ministry of Labor, which is our Ministry of Interior website, which should be either online or even completed forms for you to request for any approval.